Today I'm going to show you how you can make ad creative using AI. Do I love it? Do I hate it? Let's talk about it. So first of all, I think it's really important to figure out what stage in production AI fits best into. Right now, when we make ad creative at Fraggell, here is where we use AI. We use it quite heavily in the research stage. And the reason we do that is because ChatGPT is fantastic at organizing and evaluating data. So essentially what we do is import a load of data. We use ChatGPT to organize that, like, for example, sorting reviews or finding common themes within reviews. All this can be very easily ingested and then spit something out in ChatGPT. That personally, I think, is the best way to use ChatGPT. It's doing something that would take a human a few hours, only a few seconds, and there's only really one way to do it. Another thing you can do is import, for example, your post-purchase survey and then ask it questions about all that data, again, using it to spit something out of a load of bank of data. So for example, finding USPs to give you, to help you learn more about your customer. This is the best way that we found to use AI within our process. A lot of people have started using it in the concept and scripting stage. Me personally, I don't think this is the correct use of AI. In fact, I think it's one of the worst ways that you can use AI because it is not creative at all. The whole point of ad creative is that it's creative. By nature, AI is trained on past data, which means it's just going to be regurgitating the stuff which is already really popular. So you're never going to come up with any new ideas. Trust me, I have tried. I have hired people to write incredible prompts for me. We have spent hours at Fraggell trying to figure out if we can make our process shorter and faster by using AI in the concept stage. And the matter of fact is, nothing beats a human. However, during the concept stage, there is one time that we use AI, and that is to create images to help demonstrate a shot or an idea that we want to do. For that, we just use Midjourney. It's super easy. If you haven't used Midjourney, go and check it out. It's literally type in what you want and it generates a lot of images for you. This really helps if you have no idea how to draw or how to visually represent your idea. Using something like Midjourney is great because you just type out what you want and you're probably going to get roughly, the outcome is roughly going to line up with, the eventual idea. So for things like shot listing, storyboarding, using Midjourney is actually a really great use of AI because it allows you to have a visual representation of what you want and everybody to understand what the final video is going to look like. There is, however, one stage of production which I think has the biggest shifts at the moment in terms of towards AI, and we're seeing it a lot, and I have some thoughts and I have some opinions, and I've also tested some of this out so you don't have to. The first one is AI voiceovers and voice cloning. We use this at Fraggell pretty much every single day because this is genuinely incredible. If you have no idea how to do this, there's this amazing website called 11 Labs. You pay for a subscription. It's like $5 a month and you can basically type whatever you want and you can get a voice to say it. And it's not like robot style text to speech that we're all used to. It's actually really fantastic. And there's a lot of ways that we can manipulate it to make sure that it gives us the best voice. So I'm here inside 11 Labs. Let's jump in and see how we can turn a script into a voiceover. So all I do is take my script and paste it in. That's it. We're done. That's all. Now we can pick from the many different voices. There's an absolute ton here. We have Bill, for example.
Be someplace else later. Is that so complicated?
Pretty cool. Let's use Bill. We are going to use Bill as our voiceover. Okay, so now it will warn us down here. We recommend switching to 11 Labs Turbo V2 to get the best quality out of the selected voice. So it gives us, they have a lot of different models, and so it'll give us a bit of information to make sure that we get the best outcome. Now, there's some things down here that we can dial around to change things up. The stability, essentially, what this does is increasing the variability can make speech more expressive. So one thing that happens a lot with AI voices is they sound like robots. And so by making the speech more stable or more variable allows it to show a bit more expression. So now I just hit generate speech and it is going to create me a voiceover of Bill talking my script. It's just completed. Let's press play.
Struggling with daily hydration? I've got the solution. This is HydroSmart. It tracks your hydration with this smart LED screen and syncs it to your phone. No more guessing how much water you've drank. HydroSmart keeps you updated and motivated with real-time stats. And the real kicker? Since using it, I've got more energy and better skin. A total game changer for my health. Take control of your hydration with HydroSmart. Feel the difference yourself.
See, I think that's pretty good. I think 11 Labs is by far one of the best ways that you can integrate AI into your ad creation process, because you can whack in a script here, you can use that as your voiceover, and then all you need to do is overlay some footage and you've got yourself a really fantastic mashup ad. And there's so many different voices in here that you are almost spoiled for choice. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Let's talk about AI UGC. You might have seen this video. It was out quite a while ago. It was all over Twitter, and essentially they use this service in order to create an AI UGC video. Now, the reason I have that in speech marks is because it's not completely AI generated. It was using a UGC creator that recorded probably a really long video of them speaking, and then they essentially have deep faked that person into saying whatever the software tells them to say. How can we do this ourselves? Well, you can use that service which they used in the video. It's pretty expensive, or you can give this a go yourself, and that is exactly what I did. Introducing HeyGen. So HeyGen is a website that contains a load of different AI tools. One of the main ones that they have is this, like, clone yourself. Essentially, you film yourself talking to the camera for 5 minutes. That's what I did. You can see the clip now. I just spoke absolute garbage for like 5 minutes. I set up the camera in the studio and I just word vomited everywhere. You film yourself for 5 minutes. It then ingests that. It trains a model, and then you are able to put in text and it will clone your speech and also deep fake your mouth so that it looks like you're saying what the text is saying. That's essentially how this works, and the results are very meh. Let's have a look and then you'll see why.
Struggling with daily hydration? I've got the solution. This is HydroSmart. It tracks your hydration with this smart LED screen and syncs it to your phone. No more guessing how much water you've drank. HydroSmart keeps you updated and motivated with real-time stats. And the real kicker? Since using it, I've got more energy and better skin. A total game changer for my health. Take control of your hydration with HydroSmart. Feel the difference yourself.
First of all, you'll notice it sounds absolutely nothing like me. This is possibly the worst voice cloning that I've heard. I sound Australian for some reason. I don't get it. I imagine this is because it didn't have much training data. If I was to input like a 15 minutes, half an hour clip of me speaking, I imagine it would probably do a much better job at deep faking my voice. I have done that in the past with 11 Labs and it's worked out fairly well, but still similar things, similar glitches in the AI where I sound Australian or super posh. I don't understand. And secondly, one of the main things is that what I'm doing with my hands and my facial expressions don't match what I'm saying. If I was expressing how much I love this hydro flask, I'd be so happy. Wow, this hydro flask is amazing. But I'm not. I'm like deadpan because it can't control the rest of my facial features or my hands. So I'm just deadpan randomly talking to the camera. It feels horrific. And that's my main learning about UGC being AI generated. It looks like trash, and I think it's a long way off. To have UGC actually work, you're going to have to figure out a way to put the product in someone's hand, as well as deep faking their voice properly, deep faking their entire face as well. Like, this is all possible, I imagine, further down the line, but right now it's really not there. And also, let's remember the example that I did for this was filmed in 4K, incredible quality sound, incredible quality video, and this was the outcome. So if you're filming on your phone and you're not paying too much attention to the quality, it's either going to be work in your favor and it might hide some of the mistakes, or the output is going to be even worse. So there's a few ways that you can integrate AI into your process really easily. The first one is by ingesting data and using ChatGPT in order to sort through that. Using Midjourney to generate your storyboards and help you visualize the shots that are in your head. And then finally, we're using 11 Labs to generate voiceovers for mashups. But the big question, can you generate UGC videos with AI? The answer, unfortunately, right now is no. They all look pretty terrible. If you enjoyed this video, make sure that you hit subscribe. I would love to have you on this journey with me. I make videos every single week about marketing and running a business. Follow me on Twitter, like the video, all that good stuff, and I'll see you in the next one.